Well, for about 100 years, the Democratic Party was the party of America's working class. Not anymore. Now the Democratic Party is the party of merciless corporate power, of Google and Facebook and the rest, and they'll punish you if you get in their way, as you know. Latest example, New York and Northern Virginia, two of the bluest parts of this country, showered promises and billions in taxpayer breaks on Jeff Bezos. He runs Amazon. In return, both those states are getting a new Amazon headquarters. It's a great deal for Bezos. Not that he needs it. He's already the richest man on planet Earth. But what about taxpayers? Eric Schiffer is a tech entrepreneur. He's CEO of the Patriarch Organization. He joins us tonight. Eric, thanks a lot for coming on.
My pleasure.
So it's just not clear to me why would New York, for example, and Virginia's in on this too, but New York paid more. Why would they need to pay $3 billion in effect in taxpayer dollars to the richest man in the world for the privilege of having the company move to New York?
Well, look, I came on because the state representative there, Cortez, made a statement and made comments basically saying that she didn't want to take Amazon's jobs in New York because perhaps it wasn't going to be unionizable, et cetera. And you agreed with Cortez in this situation.
No,
frankly,
I didn't. I wasn't.
Well, you did.
But hold on. No, I'm sitting right here. I can tell you what I agree with. I'm never ashamed of that. I agreed with the point that she made, and I don't often agree with her, but I thought it was a fair point. Why is New York, which is crumbling, I'm there a lot, you may be there now, the city's falling apart, it smells, the subways break, it's disgusting. Why would the city be spending $3 billion to the richest man in the world? Why wouldn't the money go to, I don't know, fixing the subways, just throwing it there, cleaning up the streets or plowing the snow or helping the people who already live there? I'm just confused.
Well, look, I typically and rarely, if ever, agree with the socialists, and certainly don't in this situation on many levels. I think what happened here, and I think we all can recall, that Amazon had an open bid across the country in which all these states could compete, and everyone did. And they did because people still want jobs across the country. They still want good-paying jobs. And frankly, I think that goes for New York and even Arlington. People in the Bronx and in Queens, they haven't had investment in jobs in about 100 years. And here comes Amazon saying, look, we're going to put, we're considering putting jobs in your state, in your city. And the politicians that run the cities recognize it's a competitive situation. And all cities, all major cities have for years, for decades, competed for incentives to get jobs, as they should. Look, the tax cut passed by President Trump, which I supported, it was a big proponent. I mean, a big component of the tax cut was jobs. It caused businesses,
but you're not going to get. Hold on, you're not.
Some of the big. Let me just finish my point, please.
I'm not. Wait, hold on. I'm not against jobs.
I don't think we are.
For jobs, but it's not Amazon. But hold on, it's not Amazon doing the investing. It's the taxpayers of New York and Virginia who are investing in Jeff Bezos against their will. They're paying the richest man in the world $3 billion for the privilege of having him move to a city he didn't build. I'm just confused. Why is that a good deal for New York? I know it's a good deal for Bezos.
Well, first of all, they're not handing a check to Bezos. They're handing a check to Amazon, which is a public company that you may own shares in. Anyone that watches the show could own shares in. So this is for the public in general. And it's a public company. It's an American company and a good one.
It's not an American company. Hold on, slow down. It's not an American company. It's not owned. No, it's not an American company. It's owned by people around the world, including sovereign wealth funds of our enemies. So it's not in any sense an American company.
Tucker, come on. This was founded in the United States. It's one of the great countries.
It could only have been founded here
in the
with
world
our justice system,
that allows for great technology.
But it's not American. Well, it's not. You think it's loyal to America?
Well, it was founded by Americans.
To help America? No.
Come on. It was founded by Americans. It certainly was. It certainly is a big contributor to tax here in America. There's no question, and jobs, significant jobs.
Okay, but
I think that my point that I was trying to make, Tucker.
Look, I don't think everything about Amazon is bad. I think they do a great job. I use Amazon. I mean, they're huge because they do a good job. But my question is, why would the Democratic Party hand the richest man in the world $3 billion a year to move to New York without asking what the taxpayers think in a city that it's literally falling apart? That's not a fair question. I think it is a fair question.
I think most states and most cities wanted Amazon to come. In fact, there were many other states that superseded that amount by significant levels. I mean,
You don't
New
see that as a little
Jersey and others.
pathetic? I mean, why wouldn't?
Well,
I mean, look, if you think Amazon is an American company, really, this is not the capitalism I was promised. I don't know. I mean, so the capitalism is pull the biggest scam you can and run away laughing? I mean, that's not capitalism as far as I'm concerned.
No, actually, what I think it is, Tucker, is it's investing in jobs. The bottom line from this is, at the end, it's different than socialism like Cortez is for that you supported. The difference is that this is going to actually bring money back to the cities.
There's nothing capitalist about a monopoly.
You're talking about investment.
Some creepy billionaire suborning politicians on an inside deal that I had no say in. How's that capitalism? That's something much lower than capitalism.
It's capitalism when a city invests to get jobs and actually gets more money back from tax revenue. That makes sense. It's no different than the tax cut. We're getting more jobs. It's growing jobs. And I think that America can benefit in the right cases with investment.
All right. Okay. The helipad, that's my favorite part. Eric, thank you very much. Good to see you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Doug.
Well, unfortunately, a heartwarming story has been exposed as a hoax.